Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Model Car Guy Rich here. Today we have an unboxing of the AMT Ertl 125 scale Richard Petty STP Grand Prix. This kit here came out and it's a little bit damaged. This was originally purchased from Kmart. Price was $7.68 and it was on sale for $3.84. Isn't that something? This was in 1990. This kit was released, and it is kit number 6728. Still sealed in original packaging. Let's go ahead and cut right into this one. Hope you all are having a great day today. Yeah, this one was really stuck on there. Box looks like it got damaged a little bit along the way. 34 years of sitting around, right? Here we go, folks. First time in 34 years this thing has seen the light of day. Oh, that surprises me. Look at there. It's molded in a gray plastic. Almost has a blue hint to it. There we go. Now here's the clear. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. Move the box aside. Clear, we have the front and rear glass. Got a little bit of something right there. Oh, great, it's just some fuzzies, static electricity. A couple of quarter windows, the rear windows. And another one of these things, which turned out to be not anything in the kit. Maybe it's part of this kit. This was on the Bill Elliott stock car. If you've seen that video, I pointed this part out, but then in the kit it doesn't use it. It is number 308, it looks like. Probably won't be able to see that real clear. Yeah, I don't think it'll zoom in on that enough. And then this piece here is 304. So we'll make sure we look those up inside when we get a chance. When the time comes. Alright, so here, thought I had the scissors out here. I covered them up. Here's the body in a big bag. It's interesting. The bag, I don't know if you can see it. The bag is sealed sideways, where normally they're sealed this way. It's kind of different. Wonder if they changed it up throughout the years. I never really noticed until now, of course. Oh boy. All right. Here we are. First time in 34 years. That is something. Ooh. Boy, it's a wide body. I never realized how much wider the Grand Prix was compared to the Thunderbird from the Bill Elliott kit. This one seems much wider. This, side to side. Kind of the same body though, really. Just basic sides and a roof, Couple little like mold lines right there, but they're not pronounced. They're just in the discoloring of the of the plastic. All right. Well, there was the bottom. There's nothing going on the inside there. And here's the chassis, very reminiscent of the other vehicle, the Ford Thunderbird. That's what it was, the Bill Elliott one. I literally just did that the other day, and here I'm having trouble remembering. That's funny. Aging is beautiful, guys. Oh boy. Alright, here we again, this piece is loose, so when the build comes, this must attach to something else. I originally on the Bill Elliott kit, I thought that this was broken from here, but it's separate here too, and the little extra nib of plastic has come off of there. This is the lower suspension parts for the rear, I believe. Huh. And here we have that inner blower again. That's for circulating air on the inside of the vehicle, I guess. This, what I thought was a fan blade and pulley for the other engine, was actually part of the drivetrain. It hooks up, the drive shaft goes through here, and this part connects to the rear end. So here we have brake rotors and calipers. Those are cool, nice little detail. Well, I wish I had that other kit here, guys. These parts are almost identical to that other kit. Huh. Makes you wonder, eh? This is part of the steering gearbox. Now I know that. I thought it was originally part of the transmission. Here's the rear end, some coil springs, the clutch, brake, and fuel pedal, some exhaust headers, intake manifold, heads, linkage for the transmission. That's kind of neat. Timing chain cover and oil pump. Water pump. What the heck am I talking about? Oil pump. Water pump. Engine block halves with the transmission, a little distributor, oil pan, fan belt and pulleys. And that's it for that tree. And here we have again the fuel can, which I thought was really cool. And the rear wheel inserts. Drive shaft. Shock absorbers. Simple little fan. The front spindles for the wheels. Smaller coil springs for the front. This little bar here, I'm not sure. And then this looks like a cross member for the transmission. And then the spindles, things that go through these holes to attach the wheels to the vehicle, the front wheels. These parts are a little bit on the warped side. I don't know if you can see it's got kind of a swoop like that, like that. Just most likely just from sitting for so long. This here is the dashboard, I believe, or the rear package tray, and this is the other side. So I think this is this. I'm not sure. This is either the rear package tray, and this is the dashboard, or the other way around. Because here's the front of the dash, again with some nice detail that can be picked out and painted up, real nice. Two sides of the radiator. Two sides of the radiator. Part of the toe kick board, which is also part of the firewall. And here we have driver's seat. And then this thing here was an oil fluid something or other that mounts on the inside of the car, helps circulate oil, I believe. Exhaust. And the other half of the exhaust tips that go on this side make a nice tube looking. Part of the roll cage, part of the front suspension, the gas tank or fuel cell, whatever you want to call it, and miscellaneous parts for the roll cage, and part of the structure on the inside. And then we have the hood and trunk, front and rear bumpers, front bumper, rear bumper, spoiler for the rear. Here is the underside of the hood, pretty much nothing. A couple of structural ribs in there. And some miscellaneous parts for inside and upper control arms. One of these. We all know what those are now, right? Again, some really cool tires. A little piece of glue stuck on there. That's funny. Like glue from the flap of the box lid. Here are these Goodyear racing tires. Take some flash off of those, clean them up real nice. These look really sharp on just about any model car you're trying to turn into a stock car or a dirt track runner or oval runner or something. Very cool. I really like those. Richard Petty was one of my favorite drivers of all time. Actually, he is my favorite driver of all time. I grew up watching him in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, of course. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this particular car is the one that he did, he got in a wreck and did like 7 rolls in this thing. I think he hurt his ankle a lot of years ago. Here's the wheels. And this, I didn't recognize it in the Bill Elliott kit, but this is part of a floor jack. And the other pieces are right here. These 3 pieces make a floor jack, which I thought was pretty cool. You could set it up like the car is in the pit lane and you got a floor jack there, or tire jack, whatever, and they're pulling off the wheels to do a tire change. Here are valve covers. Oh, that was weird. One of the tires fell down, and it rolled all the way over here and smacked on the side of the truck here. I don't know what that is. That's the alternator, I believe. Yes, that's the alternator with the bracket. These are valve covers, nice wheels, air cleaner, two sides of the shifter boot, two halves of the shifter boot, and then a little rear view mirror, which I don't know. Alright. That was it. Plastic there. Then inside we have one metal frame, metal axle for the rear wheels. Metal frame, I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about right now. And here are the classic 43 and STP stickers for your hood and roof and sides of the doors. Growing up, I had a big, well, about the size of this decal sheet. If you see my hand, it's about the size of my hand. Big old STP sticker on the upper center of my mirror growing up as a kid. That was always something when I was little. I couldn't wait to grow up so that I could use STP products in my real vehicles. Yep. That was a time. Yeah. Then we have a bunch of sponsored decals and Goodyear, Uniden, Pontiac, a couple real tiny STP stickers, headlight decals for the faux headlights because, you know, we don't run real glass out in NASCAR. Under licensing of Grand Prix. Let me start that over. Used under license of Grand National Properties. That's interesting. That's that. On the back it says 192. So again, the decals came out after the kit came out. Pretty cool. Alright, that's it for decals. I'm going to set them right there. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the slightly yellowed. Can you see the difference? It's pretty drastic. It doesn't pick it up on camera. This is like bleach white, and this is definitely a patinaed yellow brown, we'll call it, from sitting on the bottom of the box. That's funny. So here we have, I'll go ahead and pick you up. Here we have a decent little write-up. Probably the best known NASCAR driver ever, Richard the King Petty, over 200 wins, yada yada. Some great write-up on him and his car. Basic before you begin stuff, advanced modeling tips. You know what's funny? It says building tips for the advanced modeler. Honest to God, guys, I don't know if I've ever read this. That's pretty funny. I'm going to take the time to read it, not on camera, but it's kind of comical. They didn't start putting that in until like the mid to late 80s, I believe. And I'd already been building almost 20 years, so yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, here we go. Put your engine together. A couple of steps there. There's that. Number 3, put it into the chassis. Sorry, guys. Here's a... Oh, this is a direction. I thought they were naming it the paint oil cooler, but they want you to paint it aluminum. That's the oil cooler, and front end crash bar they call it. Oh my gosh, what a day! Your oil compartment. That's what that big square thing was there. Okay, so the big piece is the dash part. And the little one is what would be the package tray for the rear. Yeah, cleared that up. There's some wheels being put together. That is a cross member. Upper control arms. Here's that gearbox for the drive. For the steering. And then that's it. Stuff there. Here's that. Oh, it's a rear oil pump. Is run by the drive shaft. That's what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know where it hooks to though. If the small one goes into the rear end, where does this piece go? It doesn't really show it hooking up to anything. That's interesting. And on the back side, we have your glass, which goes in from the outside. Good to remember. Okay. And then there's the jack being put together. And the fuel can. Oh, okay. One of those clear parts. Oh, look at there's both of them. The one is a vent tube, and the other one is the filler neck for the fuel. See, I didn't catch that in the instructions on the Bill Elliott kit, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. That part right here. This little piece right here that I'm pointing to with my thumb is the vent tube, and then this one here is the, what do they call it? The fuel filler. So that's what those are. Alright, mystery solved. I can sleep easy tonight. Alright guys, there's your decal placement. And that'll wrap it up for the Richard Petty Pontiac Grand Prix STP Ertl Kit 6728. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning, but there it is. I want to thank you all for stopping by. I want to wish you all a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Keep on modeling.